Good morning, my name is Jacob Folger. I'm an artist sculptor, and today we're going to make a mushroom gnome. We're working in polymer clay. The brand is Sculpey 3. I'm working in the color black because I like the way my finishes look on the black clay. We're going to start off with rolling a ball after kneading and conditioning the clay, which I did off camera before turning it on. This just gets it kind of smooth and ready to work on, rolling a ball like this. Now I'm going to roll it into a little bit of a cone shape, like that. This will be the stalk of the mushroom, and we'll put the gnome's face on there. Once I do that, I'll press it into the table to flatten the bottom, and press in the top to flatten the top. Next I want to take my thumbs and start to shape the eyes. That in turn shapes the nose, the bridge of the nose a little bit. And then I can press here, and that ends the nose. So this is where we are so far. This is a great a great project for learning how to sculpt faces. Okay, now we can take a ball tool like this and make the eye sockets for the eyes. Sorry, I get a little bit of a frog in my throat today. Pardon me for clearing my throat. Now we're going to make two balls for the eyeballs. We have to make sure they're the right size. So we'll try one out. And it is the right size, so we'll take that out and make one to match it. That's too big, so I'll take some of that off. Still a little bit big. That's about right. So put the eyeballs in the eye sockets. Now I'm going to put pupils in the eyes, and I'm going to have them pointed to the left, like that. See? Okay, now we're going to put some eyelids on them. And you roll a little ball of clay, roll it into a noodle. You can press it flat and then put it on. Get another one. Roll a little ball, roll it into a little noodle, press it flat, If you notice my hand shaking, by the way, I've been kind of letting people know on my videos that I had stopped making videos for a little while, and when I came back I had this nervous shaking of my hands while I'm in front of the camera. And you know, I really like making videos, so I just am working through it. Today it's really not that bad, at least not yet. But some days it's really bad. Hopefully it's something that will go away. So now I'm blending in the eyelids to the top of the head. And I'm going to just this little gap that's right here between the eyelids and the head and the bridge of the nose. I'm just going to take that out. By blending it in. I'm just squeezing his nose a little bit here. And then I'm going to put a little ball on either side of the tip of the nose. And then blend those in. So yeah, if you could just bear with me on that, the shaking hands, that would be great. Now once we get those blended in like that, we're going to take a ball of clay for the tip of the nose. So it looks like that. Now we're going to add cheekbones. I mean, not cheekbones, but cheeks. So start with a ball of clay. And just put them to the right and left of the nose. And then blend those in as well. If you need to use a tool because your fingers can't get to a spot, then, you know, by all means use it, but you want to use your hands as much as possible. Get them used to sculpting. Hands and fingers are really excellent tools, and you want to be using them. And if this is new to you, you know, just be patient with yourself. That's what I usually say to people. Okay, we're gonna make 2 eyebrows. So we want to make sure it's about the right size, and then roll it back into a ball and make another one the same size. I think this one's a little big. Okay, roll it into 2 noodles. And you can position them any way you like. I like to do it this way because I want a kind of light-hearted expression on his face. And then you can take a sculpting tool and blend them in. I usually just put them into the top. And then you can take a sculpting tool and put lines in for the hair. There we go. Okay, this is what we have so far. And now we're going to put a little beard on him. So you start off with rolling a ball. And then I'm rolling it into a cone, like that. And then I'm kind of making it a triangle shape. Squeezing it and shaping it. Let's see how it fits here. It's a little bit low, but you can have it kind of come out onto the table a little bit. Now, before attaching something big like that, these little pieces, it's much better. They're soft and pliable, and they stick really well to the other clay when they join, because they're warm from touching them. But when you got a big piece like this, you want to score both parts to be joined. And like that. and then sort of twist them together. So it looks like that. Now I've got it going out onto the table, and so just to give it a natural look, I'm going to kind of curve it off to the left here. Like that. So it looks like that. Okay, now we're going to make a mustache for him. Start off with a little ball of clay, like that, and then roll it into a noodle, and roll it on both ends a little bit so it becomes kind of pointed like that. And then you can flatten it out a little ways. Like that. But again, scoring is a good idea, so let's go ahead and score that. So there we go. So it looks like that. It's got a little bump here on his nose. I'm going to take that out. There we go. And you can take a small piece of clay and make a bottom lip for him. Blend it in. Just sort of opening his mouth a little bit here. And then I'm going to cut in underneath it a little bit. Just so it looks a little bit more natural down there. So there we go, and then you can take the mustache should have a split in it. Like that. And then you can put hair on, hair carvings, carving hair on the mustache and the beard. So it looks like that, and then put hair on the beard as well. Just carving it in. There we go. That's what we got so far. Sorry about that. Okay. So now we're going to make the mushroom cap for him. And there's like a bunch of ways you can do this. You can make a tall one. You can make short ones. I'm going to make a short one for him. This is one that I made last night, by the way. He has kind of a tall mushroom cap. They're similar. I knew I wanted to make a video, but I wanted to wait till light of day because I don't have a lot of light coming into my studio sometimes at night. So I made that one. I had all this inspiration, and I made that one to get that out of my system so I could go to bed and have a good night's sleep before today. So it's like that sometimes. Okay, roll a ball, and then you can kind of pinch it on the bottom and then with your thumb. And if you rotate it, it's more likely to be more round. Might have to squeeze it into shape a little bit, but this is just the way I do it. Whatever's good for you. So I need to squeeze it a little bit more and get it more flat on the bottom. So it looks like it's starting to look like this. Okay, so we're getting the mushroom cap ready here. That's what we got so far. And now we're going to take a piece of wire. This is 18 gauge galvanized, copper wire. And it just helps make it a little bit more sturdy when you put the mushroom cap on. And just send it down inside the mushroom like that. Go ahead and score 2 parts to be joined. And then put it on and twist it on so it's more secure. And then usually what I do is I'll like push up one side like that, just so it looks more natural. There we go. Now I'm going to use I'm going to put an antique bronze finish on it, faux antique bronze. Working with Pearlex Pigments, and the color is antique bronze. I put it in a lid like this just to make it more manageable. And then I dip my finger into it, swirl my thumb on my finger like that just to kind of get it more subdued. And then, now I leave the sculpting marks in because I just think they add a lot of character to the piece. But if you want, you can brush it with water or alcohol cut with water. And I have some water off to the side here. I'm just going to show you. You don't want to put a ton of water on it, but you just can. This brush has water on it, and you can just go around and brush it till you're happy with how smooth it is. Again, I like lots of texture on the sculpting marks and all that. And you notice I dip my finger, I swirl my finger with my thumb every time I dip my finger. Just going around and getting the finish on there. Now some parts are sometimes hard to get with your finger, and what you can do is take a brush, get a little bit of water on it, and then dip it in the bronze and dab off the excess. And then you can go in and touch it up. There we go. Now if you look in the video description down below the video, you'll see instructions on how to bake your gnome, and you also see a tool and supply list of everything that we use today. And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel. I do many videos along these lines. Please share the video with your friends. Give it a thumbs up so I know you liked it. And leave me a comment in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Be creative, have fun in your life, and have a great day.